The forest was quiet. Too quiet. Birds had stopped singing. The wind had gone still. Only the sound of burning metal filled the air. Smoke rose above the trees, dark and heavy. Something had fallen from the sky. It wasn't a satellite. It wasn't a drone. It was something alive. Captain Reeves stood on the edge of the crash site, his rifle aimed, his eyes sharp. He had seen many strange things during his time as a soldier, but nothing like this. A silver pod had smashed through the trees. It was glowing faintly. Symbols covered its surface, symbols that were not human. Reeves stepped closer, slowly, carefully. The hatch opened with a hiss. Then he saw her. She stepped out, or maybe fell. Her legs shook. Her skin shimmered like soft metal under the sunlight. Her eyes were large, glowing blue. Her body was not like a human's, but not too different either. Something in her shape, in her face, made her look almost human. She collapsed to her knees. Her hands were shaking. Her breathing was fast, like she was afraid. She looked up at him. "Please," she said. Reeve froze. The alien was speaking English. Not perfect, but clear enough. Her voice was soft, calm, almost sad. "Do not shoot," she said, lifting something in her hand. It was a small device, glowing purple. "What is that?" Reeve asked, rifle still raised. "Mercy," she whispered. "I offer you mercy." Reeve blinked. "Was this a trick? A trap? Who are you?" he asked. "Jaya," she said. "I am not your enemy." Reeve didn't lower his weapon. His training told him to call backup, to secure the area, but something about her, something in her eyes, made him pause. Jaya looked around. The forest, the sky, the world she had only seen from above. "This world is beautiful," she said. "I did not know. I was told it was savage." "Why are you here?" Reeve asked. Jaya looked down. Her voice dropped lower. "I ran," she said. "From my people. From the war they plan. They are coming. Many ships. Soon." Reeve's heart skipped. "Invasion," she was warning him. "Why would you betray your own kind?" he asked. Jaya slowly lifted her head. Her voice trembled. "Because I saw your kind. Not in war, not in battle. I saw a child." She smiled at me. Even when she knew I was not one of you. She gave me water. She was kind. A long silence. Reeve looked at her again. She didn't move, didn't beg. She just waited. "You crashed here on purpose?" he asked. "Yes," she said. "To find someone. Someone who might listen. Someone who might believe me." Reeve lowered his weapon slightly. Only slightly. "And this device?" he asked. "It is a code," she said. "To stop the fleet. But it must be used by human hands, and once used, I will die." Reeve stared at her. "Why?" "Because I carry the key inside me. It is tied to my life." Jaya touched her chest. Under her skin, a soft light glowed. "I was built this way," she said. Reeve didn't know what to say. He wasn't trained for this. He was just a soldier. Not a diplomat, not a scientist, but he could see the pain in her. And the truth. She wasn't lying, and she wasn't safe here either. Suddenly, a noise, distant, mechanical. Reeve turned. In the sky, a small drone appeared, then another. "They found me," Jaya whispered. "Who?" Reeve asked. "My people," she said. "They will erase me, and you." Reeve acted fast. "Get up," he said. "What?" "If you're really here to help, then come with me. But if you lie to me, if this is a trick—" "It is not," she said, standing weakly. "I swear." He grabbed the device from her hand. It felt warm, alive. Together, they ran into the forest, disappearing into the trees. Behind them, the drone circled the crash site. Jaya looked back once and whispered something in her own language. Reeve didn't ask what she said. He just knew one thing. This wasn't just a crash. This was the start of something much bigger. The enemy's gift. The forest kept their secret for now. Reeve moved fast, guiding Jaya through the narrow paths between the trees. She stumbled once, weak from the crash, but didn't ask for help. Her eyes were alert, watching the sky. They stopped at an old bunker, half buried in dirt and leaves. No one had used it in years. Reeve had discovered it during training exercises. Now it would hide an alien fugitive. Once inside, he locked the metal door behind them. Jaya sat down slowly, her body tense. The small glowing device still pulsed inside Reeve's jacket. "You need rest," he said. "There's no time," she replied. "They will not stop. My people do not forgive traitors." "Then talk," Reeve said. "Start from the beginning. Who are you? What is that thing you gave me, and why are you really here, really?" Jaya looked up, and for the first time she didn't seem afraid. "I am part of the Valari Scout caste. My mission was to observe human behavior, learn weaknesses, and report back for invasion protocol." "So, you were a spy?" Reeve asked, his voice cold. "Yes," she admitted. "But I became something else." She pulled back her sleeve, showing a mark on her arm, like a barcode glowing beneath her skin. "This is my identity. It binds me to the fleet, it tracks me, judges me. If I resist a command, it punishes." Reeve frowned. "You're telling me your own people force loyalty?" "Yes," she said quietly. "We are born for purpose, not freedom." He paced the room. Every word she spoke made things more complicated, more dangerous, but something in her story didn't feel like a lie. "Why give me this device?" he asked, holding it up. "It's called the Veil Shard," Jaya said. "It carries a virus. Not for your kind, for mine. It can shut down the neural core of every Valari warship. It only needs one signal, one command." "So you're giving me a weapon to destroy your entire army?" Reeve asked. "No," she said. "A weapon to stop the war, not destroy, disable. No deaths, only silence. Why not send it from space, from your own ship?" "Because the shard was never meant to exist," Jaya said. "I created it in secret, with stolen code. If the fleet detects its signal, they will trace it, and they will erase everything it touches, including me." Reeve stared at her. "And you came here? Alone? To hand this to a human?" "Yes." "Why me?" She looked at him, and something passed between them. Not trust, not yet, but understanding. "I studied you," she said. "You are known for defying orders, protecting civilians, showing mercy even to enemies." "You were watching me?" he asked. "I admired you," she said, and then quickly added, "Not in a strange way, just hope. I needed to believe one human would listen." He turned away. Outside, the wind picked up. The birds were still silent. "I should turn you in," he said. "Yes," she agreed. "You're a spy. Your people are invaders. I know. You lied to your kind, and mine." "No." Reeve looked down at the shard in his hand. "But you're giving me a chance to stop a war," he said. "Yes. And you're willing to die for it?" Jaya nodded. "Why?" he asked again, softer this time. She didn't answer at first. Then she said, "Because when I was watching your world, I didn't just see your soldiers. I saw a woman singing to her child in a broken city. I saw old men feeding stray animals. I saw laughter, pain, kindness, chaos, but life, real life. We don't have that. Not anymore. We are efficient, powerful, empty." A long silence filled the bunker. Reeve sat down. For the first time in years, he didn't know what to do. Then his radio crackled. "Command. Captain Reeve, report. We detected a crash in your sector. Status?" Jaya looked at him, silent. Reeve reached for the radio. His hand hovered over the mic. If he answered, they'd trace the call. They'd find her, and this would end. He switched the radio off. Jaya let out a slow breath. "They won't stop looking for me," she said. "The shard only works if it's connected. To the fleet's beacon ship, it's in low orbit, protected." "You want me to take you to space?" Reeve asked. "No, I want you to take the shard to the uplink tower near Arc Station 9. From there, it can reach the beacon. And what happens to you? I stay behind. I distract them. Buy you time." Reeve stood up. "No deal," he said. "We do it together." Jaya's eyes widened. "Why?" "Because if you're going to risk your life for my kind, the least I can do is risk mine for yours." Outside, thunder rolled in the distance. War was coming, but maybe, just maybe, peace had already begun. The memory share the bunker felt colder now, not because of the air, but because of the silence. After everything Jaya had said, Captain Reeve couldn't stop thinking. His mind raced with questions, doubts, and something else. Something he couldn't name. Was she really telling the truth? Or was this some high-level alien trap? He stared at the shard again, the glowing, humming device she had handed over. It pulsed like a heartbeat, and somewhere in orbit an alien fleet waited to bring death to Earth. But here she was, sitting quietly, like she had already accepted her fate. "You still don't trust me?" Jaya said softly. Reeve didn't answer. "I understand," she continued. "I wouldn't trust me either." He finally spoke. "I want to believe you. I do. But this is too much. Too fast. One wrong move, and I doom my entire planet." Jaya nodded. "Then don't believe my words. Believe my memories." Reeve frowned. "What?" She held out her hand. Small, delicate, alien. Glowing lines ran through her fingers like wires under skin. "My kind have memory links," she said. "We can share what we have seen, what we have felt. No lies. No tricks. Pure truth." "You want to show me your life?" Reeve asked. "Yes. Everything. Even the parts I wish I could forget." Reeve hesitated. If she was lying, this could be a trap. But if she wasn't, this could be proof. Not just for him, but for Earth Command. And more importantly, for himself. He stepped forward and placed his hand in hers. Jaya closed her eyes. The glow between them brightened. Then, everything changed. Reeve was no longer in the bunker. He stood in a city made of light and glass. Tall towers stretched into the sky. Ships floated above like silent birds. The sky was purple. The air was clean. Too clean. "This is Valerian," Jaya's voice said in his mind. He turned and saw her, not as she was now, but as a child. Small, curious, afraid, she stood in front of a giant screen. It played videos of humans, war, bombs, fire, people screaming. "This is what they taught us," her voice echoed. "This is how they showed your kind to us." A tall Valari male stood beside the Chaldeia. His voice was cold, emotionless. "The humans are chaos. They are danger. They will not submit. They must be controlled." Reeve felt Jaya's fear, her confusion, her quiet doubt. The scene shifted. Now she was older, a young cadet in uniform, standing in line, receiving orders, watching friends punished for asking questions. "I began to wonder if they were wrong," Jaya's voice said. "But wondering is dangerous." Next, Reeve saw her first mission, floating above Earth in a cloaked scout ship. She watched humans through cameras, markets, schools, broken cities, broken people. And still, kindness. A woman shared food with a stranger. A boy gave his coat to a freezing dog. A soldier helped a child across a war zone, smiling even through pain. "They told us you were monsters," Jaya said. "But I saw something else." The next memory hit hard. Jaya on the ground, injured, bleeding. Her ship had crashed before, just like now, and a human girl had found her, 10 years old, poor, wearing torn shoes. She gave Jaya water, covered her with a blanket, never asked what she was. "Why did you help me?" young Jaya had asked. "Because you look sad," the girl replied. Reeve could feel the tears in Jaya's memory. Silent, powerful. "She changed everything," Jaya said. "But when I returned, I couldn't tell anyone. I lied. I said humans were weak, easy to defeat. I betrayed my heart to survive. More memories. Jaya stealing tech, building the shard, hiding it, running, being hunted. I broke my oath. I lost my name. I am no longer Valari, no longer welcome." The final memory was from just days ago. Jaya in a dark chamber, standing before a council of Valari commanders, her brother among them. "You still believe in these apes?" He spat. "You would save them over your own?" "They feel," Jaya whispered. "They fight. They love. We don't even know what those words mean anymore." The brother raised a weapon. "Then you are not my sister." A flash of light, then darkness. Reeve was yanked out of the memory like being thrown through water. He gasped, stumbling back in the bunker. Jaya let go of his hand. She looked weak, drained. "Now you've seen it," she said. Reeve said nothing. He couldn't. The images still played in his mind: war, lies, kindness, betrayal, love. "Your brother," he finally said. "He tried to kill you." "Yes," she whispered. "He will again." Reeve sat down slowly. "You could have stayed loyal," he said. "You had everything: status, safety, a home." "I couldn't live with it," she replied. "Not after what I saw. Not after that little girl gave me water without asking who or what I was." Reeve looked at the shard again. "If this works," he said, "they'll call you a traitor. Forever. I already am. And if it doesn't work, then we both die." A long pause. Reeve stood up and walked to the door. "We move at first light," he said. "To Arc Station 9. We send the signal. We end this before it begins." Jaya nodded, standing too, her legs shaky. "Thank you," she said. Reeve looked at her. "Don't thank me yet," he said. "We still have to make it there alive." Outside, the wind howled. Above them, the stars burned cold and watchful. And somewhere up there, the fleet was still watching. The choice the sun had not yet risen, but Captain Reeve and Jaya were already moving. The forest was darker than before, the trees thicker. Birds didn't sing. The air was heavy, like the earth knew something was coming. Reeve led the way, rifle ready. Jaya followed close behind, hood pulled over her head. Her skin dimmed, like she had taught her body to hide its glow. In the distance, the tall spires of Arc Station 9 reached toward the sky. If they could reach the tower, they could send the shard's signal. They could stop the Valari fleet, but they weren't alone anymore. An hour earlier, inside the Earth Defense Command Center, the mood had changed. A dark room, screens showing satellite images, radar pings, audio intercepts. One image zoomed in. Reeve, walking with an unknown figure. "Jaya, that's not a human," one officer said. "That's an alien." Zoom in again. Rewind. The screen showed Jaya holding something. The shard. She's carrying tech. Advanced, possibly dangerous. Then the voice of General Hayden, cold and commanding. "Get me Captain Reeve, now." Reeve's comm crackled. He hesitated. Jaya looked at him. "You don't have to answer." "I do," Reeve said. "I still wear this uniform." He pressed the button. Reeve reporting. General Hayden's voice was sharp. "You are not authorized to move without command. Explain your location. Explain who is with you." Reeve looked at Jaya, then answered slowly. "I'm with a defector. Alien. Her name is Jaya. She's surrendered and offered vital intelligence. She has a device, something called a veil shard. She claims it can disable the enemy fleet." Static. Then Hayden replied, "Do you trust her?" Reeve didn't answer right away. He looked at Jaya again, the one who had shown him her memories, her pain, her truth. "Yes," he said. "I trust her." "Bad choice," Hayden snapped. "You're ordered to stand down immediately, secure the alien, extract the device. Do not proceed to Arc Station 9. Reeve's jaw tightened. "Sir," he said, "you don't understand. Stand down, Captain, or you'll be marked as compromised. If you resist, we will stop you, by force." The call ended. Reeve crushed, the earpiece in his hand. Jaya didn't ask what the message was. She already knew. "You should leave me here," she said. "Save yourself." Reeve shook his head. "Not a chance. They will hunt you. They will name you a traitor. Then we'll be traitors together." They reached the edge of an abandoned road. It led straight to Arc Station 9, now just 5 kilometers away. They could see its towers blinking red in the distance. Reeve paused. "We move fast," he said. "They'll be tracking us now." But as soon as they stepped onto the road, a shot rang out. Dirt exploded near their feet. Reeve pulled Jaya behind a rusted vehicle. "Snipers," he growled. A voice echoed from a speaker drone above them. "Captain Reeve. This is Command Unit. Alpha. You are surrounded. Surrender the alien. Surrender the device." Reeve didn't answer. Jaya gripped his arm. "You should give me to them," she whispered. "It's not too late." Reeve looked at her like she was mad. "No. It's already too late. We either finish this or die trying." More shots. They ran, dodging fire, slipping through shadows and ruins. Reeve moved like a ghost, trained for war. But Jaya, she was slowing down, her breath short, her skin flickering. "What's wrong?" he asked, pulling her into cover. "The shard," she said. "It's pulling my energy. It's almost ready, but it's taking too much." Reeve cursed under his breath. They were running out of time. Sunset? They reached the edge of Arc Station 9. The base was abandoned, mostly. Built into the side of a rocky hill, its antennas still pointed skyward. One uplink tower remained active. "This is it," Jaya said, voice weak. "Can you send the signal?" Reeve asked. "Yes. But once I start, they'll trace it. How long do we need?" 2 minutes. Reeve nodded. "I'll buy you 3. They entered the station. Inside, broken monitors, dust, and silence. Jaya connected the shard to the tower's main console. Her fingers moved quickly, her skin glowing again, brighter than ever. Reeve stood at the door, watching, listening. Then, the sky exploded. Dropships. They were here. Valari troops and Earth Command troops too. 2 armies. Both hunting the same people. Reeve raised his rifle. "We have company," Jaya shouted. 30 seconds. Reeve fought like fire, every shot precise, every movement controlled. He held the hallway, buying her time. Then he heard it. A voice he recognized. General Hayden. In person. "Reeve!" the general barked. "Step away from the alien. Now!" Reeve turned. Guns aimed at him. He could kill them. He could die here. But then Jaya cried out. "It's done. The signal is sent." The shard pulsed once, then died. Jaya collapsed. The room fell silent. No more gunfire. No more orders. Just silence. Reeve knelt beside her. She was breathing, but barely. "Is it done?" he asked. She nodded weakly. "Fleet, shut down. No invasion. No war." General Hayden approached, his weapon still raised. "What the hell did you do?" "We saved the planet," Reeve said, standing slowly. "And she saved us." "She's a threat," Hayden snapped. "She needs to be contained." "You had your chance," Reeve growled. "And you chose fear. She chose mercy." Hayden stepped closer. "This isn't over, Captain." Reeve stared him down. "Yes, it is." Outside, the stars blinked, silent, still. A war had ended before it began, and in the ruins of an old station, a soldier and an alien sat together, tired, but alive. Into the enemy's heart, the sky was quiet, too quiet. No ships, no lights, no sound. Like the stars were holding their breath, the signal from the shard had been sent. The Valari fleet above Earth had frozen. Every ship powered down, locked in standby mode. Millions of tons of war machines, suspended in silence. But something was wrong. They were still there, not retreating, not leaving, just watching. Reeve stood on the rooftop of the Ark station, staring at the stars. "We shut them down," he said. "Temporarily," Jaya replied. She was recovering, but slowly, her skin still dim, her breathing soft. "I thought that signal was permanent. It was a block," she explained. "A firewall. But the core of the fleet, the heart, remains active. If they reset the system from the mothership, they can erase the shard signal. How long do we have?" "Hours. Maybe less." Reeve didn't hesitate. "Then we go up there." Jaya blinked. "What?" "You said the core's on. The mothership. We go there. We shut it down for good." "Reeve, no human has ever been aboard a Valari warship. It's suicide. So was trusting you. But I did it anyway." She didn't argue, because deep down, she knew he was right. They launched at night, an old stealth pod built for deep space recon, barely functional. No weapons, no backup. Only 2 passengers and one fragile plan. Get inside the mothership, reach the core, finish what the shard started. As the pod rose through the clouds, Jaya stared down at Earth. "It's beautiful," she whispered, even from far away. Reeve watched her. "You want to go back when this is done?" "I don't know if I'll be allowed to," she said. "I've betrayed both sides now." Reeve said nothing, but his silence meant more than words. They reached orbit, and there it was, the Valari mothership. It looked like a moving moon, 10 times the size of any human station. Silver-black metal, endless in size. Its surface shimmered with energy, even in low-power mode. Ports, guns, engines, all sleeping for now. Jaya guided the pod into a maintenance tunnel, hidden beneath the ship's belly. It was an emergency port. No scans, no patrols. Forgotten. They docked. Reeve gripped his weapon. "Ready?" Jaya shook her head. "Not at all." They entered. Inside, the ship was alive. Quiet hums, lights flickering in the walls. But no soldiers, no guards. Not yet. They moved fast, Jaya guiding through the narrow silver corridors. The walls shifted occasionally. Organic metal, always listening, always watching. "The core is deep in the command chamber," she whispered. "But if we go there, he'll know." "Your brother," Reeve said. Jaya nodded. "He's the commander now, and he will kill me without question." Reeve paused. "Then we don't give him the chance." They reached a lift, the final level. Jaya touched the panel. It scanned her DNA, hesitated, then opened. "Still works," she said. Reeve stepped in beside her. "Why does it still recognize you?" "Because they never thought I'd come back." The command chamber was vast, a room of floating platforms, glowing orbs, and a center console pulsing like a heart. Reeve stepped forward, weapon drawn. Jaya reached the control pillar. She placed her hand on it. The console responded. Code began to scroll. Lights shifted red. Reeve raised his weapon higher. "We've been seen." Then, a voice, smooth, cold, sharp as ice. "You returned. Coward." Jaya froze. Reeve turned. From the far side of the chamber, he stepped into view. Commander Valor, taller, stronger, his armor gleaming, his eyes like blue fire. Jaya's brother. He stared at her with rage and disgust. "You kneel before them, beg them for forgiveness. And now, you bring one into our heart?" Reeve stepped in front of Jaya. "Back off." Valor laughed. "So, this is the human? This is who made you weak?" Jaya stepped forward. "I made myself weak the day I saw the truth." "Truth?" Valor hissed. "You saw lies, Emotions, illusions. We are not like them. We are better. Then why are you so afraid of change? She snapped. The room pulsed. Valor raised his hand. I will end this. I will restart the core, and then your world will burn. He fired. Reeve pushed Jaya aside. The blast missed her by inches. They ran, dodging fire. Reeve returned shots, but Valor's armor deflected everything. Jaya reached the console again. I can override the core, but I need time. Do it, Reeve shouted, taking cover. Valor advanced. You don't deserve a warrior's death, sister. You deserve to be forgotten. Jaya worked faster. Just a few more seconds. Valor prepared another shot, but Reeve jumped from behind, tackling him. They fought. Fists, fury, rage. Reeve was strong, but Valor was stronger. He lifted Reeve by the throat. You don't belong here, animal. Reeve gasped. Funny. She said the same thing. About you. Jaya screamed. Reeve, move. He dropped as Valor turned, and Jaya fired the pulse cannon straight into her brother's chest. He flew back, stunned. Not dead, but enough. Jaya hit the final command. The core shut down. A deep sound filled the ship. Like a dying star, systems failed. The fleet went dark. This time, for good. Valor crawled to his feet. He looked at Jaya, no longer angry, just broken. You ended us, he said. No, she replied. I saved us from becoming monsters. Valor said nothing more, then collapsed. Minutes later, Reeve and Jaya escaped in the pod, the mothership behind them, silent, lifeless. Reeve was bruised, bleeding, but alive. Jaya sat beside him, quiet. He wasn't always like that, she said. He used to be kind. War changes people, Reeve replied, or reveals them. They looked down at Earth. Safe, for now. But the cost had been heavy, and the story wasn't over yet. The last Code the Stars looked peaceful, but peace was a lie. The pod carrying Reeve and Jaya drifted through the black void. Behind them, the Valari mothership floated in silence, its systems disabled, its lights dead. The fleet, once prepared to burn Earth to ash, now hung in orbit like frozen statues. They had done it. They had won. But inside the pod, silence grew heavier by the second. Reeve glanced over. Jaya was slumped in her seat, her skin flickering dim, blue. Veins of light that once glowed bright were fading. Her breathing, shallow. Jaya? He asked, no reply. He reached for her hand. Cold. Too cold. Stay with me. We're not done yet. She opened her eyes, barely. I'm still here. You're burning out. I told you, she whispered. The shard took from me. My life force was tied to it. Without the fleet connected, there's no return path. The system is eating me. Reeve looked at the small data core she carried, now fully charged. It still pulsed with energy. He realized something. You knew this would happen. Jaya didn't deny it. I hoped we'd shut it down before the cost came. But we didn't. No, she said softly. Not fully. The core is silent, but the backup systems, they're already rebooting. The command loop is still alive. Reeve leaned back, his face hard, jaw clenched. You're saying, we still have to end it? Jaya nodded weakly. Only one command can fully delete the last root code, the final reset. And how do we do that? She looked at him, the answer already in her eyes. The last code is my life. The pod landed at a hidden human base built on the moon's far side. Outpost Echo. Cold, gray, and quiet. Reeve carried Jaya in his arms. Her body was light, too light. Like she was barely there anymore. They were met by Dr. Lena, an old friend of Reeve's and one of the top tech scientists in the Lunar Division. Her eyes widened at the sight of Jaya. You weren't joking, she whispered. She's Valari. She's dying, Reeve said, and we're not letting that happen. They placed Jaya on a medical pod, Her energy levels were collapsing. Her vitals flickered. Lena scanned her. Her nervous system is woven with neural code. It's synthetic but alive. She's like a walking terminal. Reeve handed over the core. She says this holds the last line of defense, the code that'll stop their fleet forever. Lena studied it. She's right. But using it will drain what's left of her. It's directly connected to her system. Her mind and body are the key. Reeve's voice dropped low. There has to be another way. Not unless we rewrite the source code, Lena said. Reeve stepped closer. Can we? In theory, yes, but only if we combine her DNA with human input, something the Valari network doesn't recognize. Reeve didn't wait. Then do it. Use me. Hours passed. Lena worked non-stop, connecting both Jaya and Reeve to a cross-linked neural terminal. They lay side by side, wires and lights glowing above them. You understand? Lena said. This will link your brainwaves. If something goes wrong, your mind could collapse too. Reeve didn't blink. Do it. As the link began, Jaya opened her eyes one last time. You don't have to do this. Reeve looked at her. Yes, I do. Why? He paused, then said the only truth he knew. Because you showed me mercy when no one else would, and now I'm showing it to you. She smiled. For the first time in days. A real smile. Then the system lit up. The last code sequence began. Inside their shared mind space, Reeve saw a sea of stars. He and Jaya stood in a void surrounded by floating symbols. Valari code. They pulsed red, warning of system reboot. We have to break them, Jaya said. These are the final commands. Reeve grabbed one, his hands passing through the symbols. How? With memory. With humanity. Jaya placed her hand on a symbol and showed it her memory, the little human girl who had given her water, kindness, innocence. The symbol shattered. Reeve followed her lead. He reached into his mind, showed a memory of his mother holding him after his first battle. No words, just safety. Another symbol cracked. More code appeared. More memories were needed. They shared laughter, pain, grief, courage. Moment after moment. Human and Valari, soul and code. And then, the final symbol. Larger than all the others. A wall of fire and light. This is it, Jaya said. The root command. If we break it, I won't survive. Reeve stepped forward. No. We'll break it together. You'll die. I'd rather die saving a life than live watching you die saving mine. He took her hand. Together, they reached for the final symbol. It resisted. Fought. Back the space around them shook, lights flared, and then Reeve shouted, You're not just code. You're alive, Jaya cried out. And I choose to live. The final symbol shattered, a sound like thunder, a wave of light. Then, silence. Reeve woke up, gasping. He was back in the outpost, alive, barely. He looked beside him. Jaya was still. Cold. The monitor flat. No, he whispered. Lena ran in, checked her vitals. Nothing. Reeve turned away, his fists clenched. But then, a small flicker of blue. A pulse. Then another. Jaya gasped and opened her eyes. What happened? She whispered. Lena smiled wide. You both reprogrammed the system. Your shared signal rebooted her neural core with human code. She's alive. Reeve laughed once, tired, broken, but full of something rare. Hope. A message was sent from Outpost Echo, to Earth, to the fleet, to everyone. The war is over. Permanently. And a new alliance had begun. Between the species once ready to destroy each other, thanks to the last code, and two hearts that refused to give up. On her knees, the world was watching, from Earth's cities to orbiting stations, from hidden command bunkers to crowded refugee camps. Every screen flickered with the same image. Jaya, the alien who had once been a scout for an invading fleet, was now standing before a council of human leaders. Not as a prisoner, not as a conqueror, but as something far more dangerous, a symbol of peace. Days had passed since the final code had shut down the Volari fleet forever. The war that never began was already being written into history books. Humans didn't know whether to celebrate or to fear what came next. Jaya had survived barely. The shared code with Reeve had not only saved her, it had changed her. Her once silver skin now shimmered with faint traces of Earth's electromagnetic patterns. She was different, part human, still Volari, but no longer either. She was something new, something unknown, and that scared people more than the fleet ever did. They called her to United Command, built high above the Atlantic, a flying fortress of glass and steel, circling the planet in low orbit. Reeve stood beside her in the shuttle. He wore his uniform again, but his face was colder, not angry, just tired. "You don't have to do this," he said. Jaya looked out the window. "Yes, I do. They're not ready to hear you. Then they'll listen anyway." The shuttle docked. The doors opened. Jaya stepped out first, alone. Inside, the great hall of the United Command, dozens of high-ranking leaders, officers, and analysts sat in silence. Screens hovered above them, showing Jaya's past, her fleet records, her betrayal, her mission. In the center of the room, a single platform. Jaya walked onto it, stood tall. The lights dimmed. A voice spoke. General Hayden, still sharp, still skeptical. "You've been brought before this council not as a guest, but as a question. Your presence caused panic, conflict, and confusion, and yet you claim to have saved us." Jaya remained calm. "I did not come to be thanked," she said. "I came to offer what you fear most." "What's that?" Hayden asked. "A future." Murmurs. Hayden leaned forward. "You were a spy, a traitor to your people. Why should we trust someone who betrayed her own kind?" Jaya didn't flinch. "Because I betrayed them to protect you. That's not loyalty." "No," she said. "It's mercy." Silence again. Then a new voice. "Commander Sai, a leader from the Pacific Defense Front. You carry alien tech in your blood. Do you remain a threat?" Jaya stepped off the platform, and in front of the entire room, she dropped to her knees. Reeve, watching from the balcony, stood in shock. "I do not kneel to beg," Jaya said. "I kneel to remind you that power means nothing without purpose." She looked up slowly. "My kind lost their way. We had technology, control, fear, but no love, no music, no dreams. We killed those things long ago." She touched her chest. "Until I saw them in you." Hayden narrowed his eyes. "And what do you want in return for this future?" "Nothing," she said. "Only that you don't become what we became." A long pause. Then, Reeve stepped forward. Not planned, not allowed, but no one stopped him. "I fought beside her," he said. "I saw what she gave up. I saw what she showed me, her memories, her truth." He looked at the council. "If you judge her today, then judge me too. Because everything she did with my help and my trust." Hayden raised a hand. "Captain Reeve, this is not your hearing." "Maybe it should be," Reeve snapped. "Maybe we're the ones being tested." The room fell silent. Then a new voice spoke. A girl's voice, soft, clear. A teenage girl stood in the visitors' gallery. Beside her, her mother held her hand. Both had tearful eyes. "She saved us," the girl said. "My father was on Arc Station 9. He said she stopped the war. She didn't have to, but she did." The mother nodded. "I lost my husband in the last war. If we had someone like her back then, maybe he'd still be here." Voices in the room began to shift. Doubt became thought. Anger became stillness. Jaya remained on her knees. And finally, Hayden stood. He looked at her, then at the people, then at Reeve, and gave the smallest nod. "She will not be judged as a weapon," he said, "but as a witness to what could have been." Jaya stood slowly. Reeve met her halfway. No applause. No cheers. just silence, and a feeling no war could create. Understanding, weeks later, a broadcast was sent across the system, not just to Earth, but to the stars beyond. A message, spoken by Jaya, translated into every known language. To those who watch from the shadows, we are not enemies. Not because we share blood, not because we share borders, but because we have chosen not to become monsters. I once knelt before a human, offering my heart in fear. Now, I offer it in hope. The message ended. The stars blinked. The universe listened. And for the first time in many lifetimes, no one fired the first shot. She came on her knees, offering mercy. They could have rejected her. They could have destroyed her. Instead, they listened. And in that single moment, humanity proved it was worth saving.